What a madman.
It can be like a really I
think I saw a lightning helix in there. So I'm not sure how accurate blue-white is, but we'll see what's in there.
Yep.
Zach keeping his 7-card Affinity hand, always dangerous when an Affinity player keeps 7.
Yep. Adjusting the camera a little bit. We're going to really have to square this camera up before the coming weekend.
What's happening this weekend that we are streaming?
We'll be streaming F&M. I don't think anything beyond that, but...
Okay. Is that a panther? Is that a new panther tattoo? I don't remember that one on Zachary.
I don't know.
It might be new.
We're on his left arm here, that dark one?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure it's a panther, but... Listen, at Cracker, you need to come and be the real deal.
Are we still talking about the real deal that doesn't show up anymore?
That's the one.
Like, I don't...
He literally showed up once. All right, Judge's Familiar, turn 1. Wow. A pretty solid one. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this card.
Yeah, Judge's Familiar is a great one.
I once famously tore up a foil Judge's Familiar, an F&M promo.
Okay. It's currently being counted as a blue creature in the promos cube. Reasonable. Here's a Wall of Omen. So he's just... It looks like he's just interested in casting all the white value creatures.
Or blue value creatures.
So the Judge's Familiar can only target instants and sorcery spells. I was going to say catching that Steel Overseer would be a big one.
Yeah, it's not going to do much in this matchup. Although Zachary does have the Gallblast in hand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, see, Squadron Hawk Monument is quite the combo.
Adorable.
Yeah, so you're just going to get to cast that for 1, and so if you untap it, have 4 planes in play, you just get to make 8 guys.
Yeah.
Is Crusade legal in this format?
Calm down. There is a card that gives white creatures +1/+1. It costs 2. 1 and a white. I don't think that's where we want to be.
Concur. All right.
Yes, it is in a Catcher's Monument deck. Presumably, we're not playing Kefnit's Monument.
All right, so
this is getting out of hand, though.
So he could choose to trade the birds off here for this Vault Scourge, but he's chosen the Ink Moth Nexus.
Probably a heads-up play. Making the Affinity deck more linear is a good way to be able to play more effectively against it.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's another Squadron Hawk.
Caw!
This is probably the least powerful card in the old Stoneblade decks of standards long past.
And yet the deck wouldn't exist without that card.
Concur. You think? You think they could have banned Squadron Hawk and the format solves itself?
They could have also banned Island, the format solves itself, but that's just ridiculous.
Well, I'm sitting here talking to John Douglas. That's what's ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous.
So Zach's gonna still be getting in.
So he takes 6, goes down to 12. All right. Taylor definitely not in the driver's seat at this point.
Concur. he needs something to happen.
Like a white hour would be pretty sick here.
Yeah, so we need to cast... I don't know why we just didn't cast the Arcbound Ravager and then just load up the unblocked creature.
He's just dead.
Three and 5 is 8 plus 3 is 13.
I think it's 12 regular damage and...
So you can block the Vault
4.
Scourge and live here. Yeah, this is why you cast the Arcbound Ravager to just win the game.
Yeah, he's just
I guess he's playing into Path to Exile at that point.
Yeah.
Sure, you got me.
Oh, good God. Destus18 has informed me that it also has white main lion to create an engine where you keep returning lion to make a ton of creatures.
Oh, sure. So just every white mana you pay, you can make a 1/1?
Yeah, totally reasonable.
Just every turn, just turn them all sideways?
How about... Oh, man. Back when I was building 2 cubes, this card was a heater. It's a 2/2... flying split second for 2 and 2 white that gives all other creatures you control +1/+1.
Until end of turn?
No.
What card is that? That card seems super overpowered.
A beaut. I mean, it's a 2/2. Dies to everything.
For 4 though, I mean that's a reasonable rate.
Not really in Modern. I'm going to look up this card. If somebody knows the name of this, let me know.
Listen, a cube in the hand is worth 2 in construction. Just saying.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Celestial Crusader.
There you go.
Flash, split second. Other white creatures get +1/+1.
From the top rope, Brandon Hoogland coming in on the Facebook chat with Celestial Crusader. Glad to know you're out there, buddy. We miss you.
I don't miss him.
Well, all right, fine. I just
either.
saw him like
Keep
6
walking.
hours ago, and I miss him. Was it about 6 hours ago? It's about 7 hours ago. But I miss him.
Also, assuming this deck is similar to some lists running around, it runs 3 Stony, 1 Kataki, and 1 Needle. Which would be a significant amount of hate for Affinity.
Sure.
Although I imagine if Taylor had those cards available to him in his sideboard, he would not be meandering around with this sideboard plan right now. Because that seems pretty easy.
Straightforward, yeah.
Zach giving Taylor a lesson in Magic the Gathering subterfuge.
Lots of interesting ways to sideboard. There was one that was taught to me where you take the sideboard, you put it on top of your deck, and then you cut the deck, and then you take cards out to the top of the deck that you want to take out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so 15 cards end up facing you. And that way, unless they're watching you like very carefully, they can't tell how many cards you took out. And that way you don't have to shuffle your whole sideboard in and like find the cards.
Yeah.
I don't know how much advantage you gain there.
I don't think it's a lot of an advantage, but if you're actually bringing in like 10 to 12 cards, like changing your deck significantly,
Yeah.
then I mean you gain some advantage by hiding that.
Right. Concur. Oh boy.
I'd like to see Taylor really go off here.
I don't think that's going to happen. See, he doesn't have a lot of interaction for Zach, and
That you've seen. Zach has a mountain in his hand.
yeah, that's pretty standard to play one mountain for your Galvanic Blast.
You never want to draw it though.
Not against the white decks. Drawing is kind of like a push against the other decks. It's like, whatever.
What if
a land.
Taylor's playing Catcher's Last Stand? How spicy would that be here?
Oh, where he gets his life total becomes 20 again?
Yeah.
I want a card that will change my starting life total. Like, I want like a... Could you imagine a ley line that changed like a starting quality of the game? Like the white one would make your starting life total 30. The black one would make your opponent's life total or hand size 6. The yeah, I mean, I don't know. You could come up with something. The green one would let you play 2 lands per turn. Would be fucking broken.
You lost me.
You're right. I did.
You lost me.
So Zach is being judged
So
by these 2 familiars.
Ace Nate MTG has decided that every time he says concur, we take a shot. I don't know if he's talking about me or you.
I pretty much am the sole distributor of the word concur.
Wonderful.
If you guys are at home and you don't work tomorrow, that's up to you.
Or if you don't value your life, you know, go ahead. It won't last long.
Concur.
Solid path on the
Steel Overseer.
Steel Overseer.
Does it-
Reading the mountain in hand.
Yo, man, Stone Reed. Kudos to Zachary. He's got a nice mountain. I believe it's a Mirage Mountain.
It's a nice one, that's for sure.
I'm a bigger fan of the lands that look like a gallery portrait, like a gallery landscape type painting, than the ones that try and like put you in a position like, here's what it'd be like to be standing in front of this mountain. I feel like the newer art does that more.
Okay. I tend to just not like mountain arts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gun to your head, favorite mountain art.
Gun to my left, my favorite mountain art.
True.
I was looking through these, and there was one, I don't know the original printing, but I think I saw it was printed on modern border in either Origins or M15.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'll show it to you sometime.
All right.
I had one picked out. It wasn't great in my mind. It might be great in somebody else's mind. But
Sure.
opted for the Arcbound Ravager over the Cranial Plating. How do you feel about this?
Well, he's going to get both here.
Well, you could have played Plating and Equipped.
I don't understand this card.
Bitter Blossom.
I don't... I mean, everybody's entitled to their own tech. I've played some crazy ones in my sideboards. So what he did there was he forecasted a Sky Hussar.
Pretty solid.
What?
Pretty solid play.
Yeah, Sky Hussar is not one you see a lot of.
No, it was sick in that limited format, though.
Yes, it was very good in its limited format, and it was also very good in... There was a combo deck with it, I think.
Does it untap all creatures when it enters the battlefield?
Yeah, so I think it might have been part of a Kiki Jiki combo or something.
It was.
So he's going to Reflector Mage...
The Ravager.
The Arcbound Ravager. So Zach can avoid this by sacking the Ravager.
And he
Off
does.
from under, and he does. So I think we're going to see a Cranial Plating and just attack for a bunches.
Fairly solid play there.
That's a piece of Magic history I need to look up. I need to understand why that Fairies deck was so good in its time.
So, Teddy, I really like the Kamigawa Forest, where it's like the one tree that kind of looks like a bonsai tree. It's my favorite forest. There were a couple of Kamigawa mountains that were really nice, but they kind of look like snow-covered mountains, which is...
So you put Zach to 9, and he has a creature that has protection from all colors. So unless Zach can either win the game here or
Wrath the board would do it.
Wrath the board, that would be the other option.
But that still gives Zach this Bitter Blossom.
Yeah, it's just real hard to interact with that with the Affinity deck. Unless you're absolutely prepared to.
Yeah, and it looks like he was either a little less than prepared or just didn't draw into his interaction. Either way, bad beats for Taylor Hatch. Zach,
kudos to him for bringing a fun one to the table, though.
Yeah, and kudos to Zach Creemer for being his usual round 4 all-star self.
Shout out to Zach. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your efforts.
Shout-outs to all of our listeners today. And
shout-outs to Chef Goldblum for hosting us.
Yeah, and having a sick name.
Shout-outs to all his watchers.
I think you're shouting out too many people now. I think you need to calm down.
We can do slops, which will bring prowess to our shout-outs.
That's going to get ugly.
Concur.
Not tonight. We had a good night. No slops tonight. We'll see you guys here next Tuesday, but we'll have some standard action tomorrow. I don't know how hot it is. I don't show up. But
standard
it'll be
tomorrow.
Here. We'll have Modern on Thursday.
Okay.
And we'll have some... I don't know if they're doing standard and Modern on Friday, but there'll be something on Friday. So the rest of the week, you got plans. Who needs to watch the Pro Tour anyway?
Watch Top Deck Productions.
Do it.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Thanks for watching Top Deck Productions, your home for live weeknight Magic the Gathering. We'll be back with more live Magic shortly, so stay tuned. Don't forget to follow us here on Twitch to be notified of when we go live. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe as well. You can also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/TalkTechProductions, on Twitter at twitter.com/TalkTechProds, and YouTube at youtube.com/TalkTechProductionStream. Modern players, GameSwap Mason has you covered this August with 2 premier modern events. On August 5th, be sure to check out the Star City Games Modern IQ, featuring $1,000 in prizes, and 2 invites to the Season 2 Star City Games Invitational this December in Roanoke, Virginia. On August 12th, GameSwap Mason is hosting their Modern PPTQ, featuring cash prizes and an invite to the RPTQ for Pro Tour Rivals of Exelon. Can't make it out to either event? Top Tech Productions will have you covered with live coverage all day long for both events, so be sure to tune in for all the hot modern action. Again, that's the Star City Games Modern IQ August 5th and Modern PPTQ August 12th at GameSwap Mason and broadcast live at Top Tech Productions. Standard players, Hour of Devastation Game Day is coming to GameSwap Mason the weekend of August 5th and 6th. Don't miss your chance to play with some of the hottest new decks from the Pro Tour, or your latest and greatest brews as the all-new Hour of Devastation standard format rolls on. Entry to each event is just $5 and allows you to battle with friends new and old as you compete for your chance to become Game Day Champion. Again, that's Hour of Devastation Game Day weekend at GameSwap Mason, August 5th and 6th. Don't miss out.